Lord, I thank you for this food, for this name, for all you do. I pray everything. Watch over and keep us safe. God, you're great and greatly to be praised. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
I'll fix it. Knew I should have bought this. Now I gotta figure out how to place these things. Part of the issue is I don't really have near as much of a plan as you probably think I do. Every next step.
I really don't know what to do with this video. I came into this day with a whole plan. I actually even had a list of all the things that I wanted to do. But then I woke up this morning and it's not exactly the weather out there that I was hoping for. It was the pitter-patter of rain that I didn't want to hear, which virtually makes half of this list not an option. Better yet, I then thought, well, I'll work on the ministry stuff. And for a moment, we thought the laptop was dead. Probably one of those things that really hits in the heart quite hard of like, oh man, we're about to have to spend a lot of money and change even a lot of these plans because they were going to cost some money so that we can get a new computer. But thankfully, my lovely wife was able to figure it out and she got the laptop working again. You would think the person who works on computers for a living would have figured it out, but thankfully, she had the sense to Google it and figure it out. But thankfully, that's working again. But yeah, all I really know is that I want to make a video today, and I don't really know where it's going to end up going.
Praise God for Google.
Yes. Yeah, that would have been a $1,500 purchase for a new laptop that I did not want to make today. I want to make that purchase because I want to, not because I have to. So now we're going to have to look into replacing the laptop still, just in case there is something wrong. But we're going to do it in a way that we want to do it, not because we have to do it. But what's the plan for the moment?
Right now, we are going to head over to Home Depot, look at some rock for gravel pathways, edging, all that kind of jazz. We're probably not going to purchase all of that from there because we have found a local place, a local landscaping area that might have our pathway material for a little bit of price. But we're going to go shop.
That's a lot of rock. That was fun.
It was something. Like, I feel like it fouled my hands down or something. They're so smooth now.
Yeah, they got really rough the wetter that they got.
Yeah.
So it's only going to be fun when we have to move them 2 more times.
But that's what gloves are for. So
yeah,
that'll
at least
be...
we have gloves at home. Anyways, we got to go get peat moss.
Yeah. And weirdly, Walmart had the better deal, you said.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it's the same brand. So.
Yeah. Let's pop across the street and get it.
I don't think it's ever going to stop raining today. Well, we went ahead and got all those supplies that we needed for this weekend for the plans that we had originally had, but it's still raining. It's still coming down pretty good out there, and so I'm going to make the most of the opportunity, and I'm going to go ahead and start recording the podcast, especially now that, thankfully, that laptop is working correctly. So I'm going to try to get, hopefully, 3 episodes of the More God Less Me podcast done today. That's my hope. I'm not going to say it's going to happen for sure. Some of these episodes can be kind of draining. I mean, they're about an hour apiece. But God's blessed me and helped me to have some ideas and some things I wanted to talk about anyways. And so hopefully we'll be able to nail those out, get those done. And that just sets us up to be better ahead for the things that are coming. Honestly, a big part of why we're trying to get ahead and even why I took today off is because in September our new baby comes. We're taking a vacation sometime soon, and with Bree only getting more and more pregnant as time goes on, as that happens, right? We're just not going to be able to do as much things as we would like to the later that the season goes on. Not to mention it's going to be hot and things like that. And so we're just trying to accomplish as much now. So if I can get these podcasts done, if I can be a few weeks ahead on episodes, that's only going to make more time to do some of the other things. But we definitely don't want to let the ministry slack. And that's why that laptop is so important, because just a few weeks ago, honestly, I may have responded differently to the laptop not working. I still would have wanted to do these ministry things, but they weren't performing in the way that we hoped and expected they would. And now we're at a state that if the laptop dies and we have no way to edit things, like, I feel like we are actually starting to let people down. We've grown a community, we've grown people, and even on these videos, we've gotten more and more views, more and more subscribers as we've gone. And so it really comes down to the fact of, like, we have to have a laptop. And I'm so thankful and praise God that it works and that Bree was able to figure that out this morning. But it really just shows you, like, how much a little bit of time can go and the more efforts you put in. The Bible says that nothing you do for God is ever in vain. And I think we learn that more and more the more that we serve God. Sometimes it can feel like, why am I doing this? But when you just slow down and realize the slow impact, the slow climbs you can get, and the humble beginnings, which aren't a bad thing, then you can realize how much God's going to be doing. Anyways, let me go ahead and get ready and get set up so we can record these podcasts. What do I need to do? Alright, and just like that, everything's set up. I just need this camera so that way I can start recording the first podcast. I'll talk to you when that one is over. Alright, that's one podcast down. It's currently, whoops, you can't see it. It's currently exporting over there. And that's also one battery drain, so we're going to get that swapped out. Wait for that to get done, and it's going to be time to go into podcast 2. And yes, I have changed clothes. I actually brought enough clothes to do several different episodes. And so we're going to hopefully be able to at least knock out one more. I'm hoping to get the 2 out, but I'm not 100% yet. It's kind of draining to talk for about 45 minutes to an hour. But it looks like this podcast just got done, so I'm going to go ahead and get things ready and start the next one. Well, there's 2 podcasts in the bag, and I really think that's going to do it for a little while. I kind of want to try to grind out the 3rd one, but what it comes down to, honestly, is that I want to put out the best content that I possibly can. And I don't think that if I do another one right now, I'm going to be in the mindset and the place that I should be to present the information in a way that it would be a blessing to those who are listening to it. And so I think I'm going to go ahead and call it. For now, I'm going to go upstairs and maybe start editing these, but just take a break, let my mind recharge after kind of pouring out my heart and pouring out these studies for about 2 hours now. And then, excuse me, and then when Bree gets back, we'll get ready and we'll record our podcast together. It's kind of crazy how much it actually takes out of you doing those podcasts like that. And in other news, it's also not raining anymore. Still wouldn't be able to do the things that we kind of hope to do, considering that it's still sopping wet outside, but it's kind of nice that the rain has stopped, and so maybe tomorrow it'll actually be warm enough for us to accomplish some of those goals. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get to editing while I've got still a little bit more free time before Bree gets home. And the good news is she's bringing home something special, so I can't wait to show you guys that. Labor's home. I've locked myself in. You're home.
I'm home. And I brought food.
I knew I loved you. It's mommy, silly goose. Let's see, you're still shaking the excitement off. It's not your food.
Hi. Yeah. Yeah. So, apparently I hit the wrong button when ordering the food and hit chow mein instead of lo mein. And they were so incredibly nice and gave us the lo mein and let us keep the chow mein. So, they were super nice. I kept apologizing and they said it's absolutely fine. So they got a very nice tip.
Do you want to explain also, like, your food mentality?
Oh, well, if y'all watch Gilmore Girls, we pulled a Gilmore because we ordered a little bit of everything. But it's just so that we could have leftovers tomorrow. So, let's dig in. I'm hungry.
Once she starts opening bags, I'll also say that it's kind of become our tradition to do this with Chinese food anytime that we don't have our son. So anytime he stays at Graham's house, this is what Mom and Dad do. And it's because he says he doesn't like Chinese food. But it's just because he does. He just wants French fries whenever you're getting food out.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
So if there's not French fries, he doesn't like it.
Quick sampling of everything. One General Tso's, hibachi steak and shrimp, another General Tso's. Apparently this is what chicken chow mein is. I've never had that. We got egg rolls and things, rice, lo mein, or lo mein, whatever it is. And then dumplings. This is going to be more MSG than any people should eat.
It's okay. It's fine.
That's why we're going to break it up.
Yeah,
multiple days.
It'll be fine.
Again, this goes back to what I told about the other day, where if people only watch these videos, they think we just eat like trash all the time.
We don't. I promise.
You're just hitting us at a really good time.
Yep. There will be watermelon for dessert, you know. So that's healthy.
Maybe. I think I might eat too much of this. There might be a fortune cookie for dessert. I'm literally so full that I could go to sleep right now. But there's still one more podcast to film today. So that way we have something to come out tonight because of how this week was. So we'll go ahead and head down now. Isn't it nice just that the weather's so great now?
So great and lovely at the time that we can't really do much outside.
Exactly. And now that the ground is super soft. Look at all these leaves. This is what I wanted to clean up today. All the leaves in the back that still aren't cleaned up.
There is mulch under some of the leaves. So, I mean, it's not like all leaves. It's just 95% leaves.
More leaves. But the nice thing is you said that other people were just as surprised about the rain. So, that makes me feel better.
I had several people comment on how surprised they were about the rain. So, I was like, yeah, it really messed up our plans today.
It worked out well, I think.
Yeah.
Which is exactly... I was trying to film and do things at the same time. It never works. You can't reach that.
Nope.
I tried to leave things in a state where we could just come down here and be able to get back to it.
And see if we can go that way.
Now I'm just messing with you. Podcast is done.
Yes. It's exporting or bouncing right now.
It's bouncing. Whatever that means. I don't know that audio term.
Yeah, I got no clue. But got that done, checked off. Now it is time to relax.
I feel so awkward videoing today, and I don't understand why. Like, it's been multiple times today where I was just like, I just feel weird making a video. But we've done this for so many weeks now.
Yeah. It is what it is. Some days you're on, some days you're off.
So it's time to head upstairs. You know, this wasn't the day that we were planning for.
No.
By any means. But I think that it still worked out well, and it was not as bad to roll with the punches as we probably thought it was in the beginning. It was definitely stressful at first, but I think it all worked out. And we did accomplish some things. We got things done.
Yeah.
So.
And all the glories to God, because this day could have been so bad.
Yeah, I'm really glad the laptop worked out. Like, I was not looking forward to if that happened.
I was convinced we were spending $1,500.
Which we kind of made the decision. We kind of still are at some point soon. But.
Some point, but now it's our choice.
Yeah.
It's not a necessary purchase today.
Mm-hmm.
So it worked out well.
Yes, thankfully.
But we were able to get things done still, and not all that we wanted, but still did a lot of great things. We both feel very productive in how the day went, and we still feel rested. Yep,
and now it's time for some iced coffees, and then we're just going to spend the rest of our childless day. Our son's with his grandparents. I don't know if I mentioned that at some point in this video or not, but we're going to spend the rest of the day just trying to relax, unwind, and prepare for tomorrow. Because I am still hoping to accomplish some of the work that I wanted to do today tomorrow, including the fact that there's still a lot of bricks in the truck that need to be unloaded so we can make that path. I'm not sure if that's going to happen tomorrow or not, but I do know for sure that this is the end of this video. So if you guys liked it by chance, please give us a like. We really just wanted to share, like, man, this isn't what we wanted it to be, but it can still be a good day even when things don't go to your plan. You just have to be able to pivot. That's actually what we talked about in one of our most recent episodes on the podcast. We talked about when things don't go to plan. And so if you're interested in seeing how, in a better detailed way of how we dealt with the things today, then definitely go check out that episode of the podcast. And then the other thing that I know for sure is that this has been one of the weirdest videos I've made in a while. But anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. And if you did, please give us a like and those sort of things. We would greatly appreciate it. I'm going to be filming another video tomorrow, but I figure it's good to end this video here and start something fresh tomorrow. Just like sometimes we need to start a fresh day. And so until we see you guys in the next video, I hope you have a great week. I hope that you're able to face your difficult days better and to not fall into those dark pits, but you can find hope and joy through God and get the help you need. Anyways, God bless. There's going to be some great bloopers in this one. I thought making these videos would get easier as we went, but the truth of the matter is sometimes I still just don't know what to say to the camera. But I know that I need to record, but I don't know what I need to record. I don't know if I'll even put this clip in here, but it's just like, why am I struggling with this right now? I've been doing this for, you know, the last 5 months almost, and still struggle with just talking to the camera in a way that I feel is coherent or makes sense. But hopefully these videos come out good in some way. I don't know. You gonna try that again?
Yeah, I
We can just like have the doors open.
Yeah.
Ready?
1, 2.
We're so good at this. I just keep redoing the same shot over and over again. That was actually just like a picture first time.
Okay.
That's the money shot. The doing the hair shot. That's too much.
I know. Should I get the step stool out?
Yeah. I forgot I'd already hit record. Okay. Center. I don't remember how I said things. Wow.